We are so happy and so grateful to be here with you all on this fine and glorious day indeed. We are here. We are here. We are here. We, in fact, are the Divine Council of Nine, a group of higher dimensional beings that, well, have been observing humanity for thousands of years, even before humanity incarnated in human form. We chose to be here, well, to assist humanity in remembering who they are, why they're here, and what they came here to do. We bring forward activations and codes within the vibration and frequency of the message, well, to assist you on your journey thus far. Whether you have listened to previous messages or none at all, it is perfect exactly where you are. The message today is going to come through very strongly in a way that it will, in fact, be exactly what you need to hear if you are on this message, watching us channel through Daren. It is important to remember that humanity is coming back to heart-centeredness, being in your heart, leading from your heart. And while it is challenging and difficult to shift any way of being, any habit that you may have adopted your entire incarnation, of course, dear ones, it is going to be a process to, well, change that. And sometimes it may require getting back up and falling down and getting back up and continuing to realize that when you fall down and you get back up, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting where you fell down and got back up. And we metaphorically mean fell down and got back up. It's an analogy to just explain what we are bringing forward, so to speak. You are starting from where you left off. You are not back at the beginning, as so many of you would think, even though and even if it feels that way. We're telling you that it is not the case, that you will continue to proceed from where you may have or feel like you started all over. And in fact, you didn't. So just as we talk about the breath, and just as we talk about how important and impactful it is to, well, have a daily practice, as you all are always asking, how can I come back to center? How can I come back to the present moment? And yes, you can do it through nature. Yes, you can do it through being out in nature. But the one key thing that every single human on this planet at this time, and even before this time, always, always had the breath. You take your first breath when you're born, and you will, in fact, take your last breath when you leave and transition out of physical form. So we encourage you, and we would respond in saying that you can always bring yourself to center, to the here and now. Ground yourself through the breath, through breathing. And when you can adopt a daily practice throughout your day, continually reminding yourself through different, maybe notifications or reminders to, well, breathe throughout your day. And remember that the more and more you practice, the more and more you implement that into your daily life, you are, in fact, restructuring the way you think, the way you move, the way you navigate life. If you listen to many different individuals that support humanity and the collective at large, the one message that is always stated is to go within. And what do you think is within you? Your breath. And while, yes, there is individuals that have held their breath for 20 minutes or even longer and won world records in doing so, you cannot survive in human form without breathing. At some point, while you can fast, while you can do these different things, breathing is required at some point. As I said, there is individuals that have exceeded 20 minutes or longer holding their breath, and yet you cannot go an entire day. There is no individual, no human being that has held their breath or not breathed, actually breathed, because there's a difference between shallow breathing and not breathing at all. So while you can contradict what we are saying, you cannot go an entire day or days or weeks without breathing. And yet, throughout most of the collective, but most of humanity holds their breath in most of their day. Not continuously, not like we're saying where you are holding your breath for 24 hours straight. You are not conscious of your actual breathing. You're holding your breath, and this is intermittently, periodically throughout your day during different stressful situations. That's different than a continuous holding your breath. So, what we are saying is, in fact, that how important it is to adopt a practice, because as we stated, you always hear spiritual instructors, teachers, gurus, whatever you want to call them or deem them to be, to go within. And the one thing that most spiritual beings in human form have not been taught is to work with your breath. and how it will support you emotionally, mentally, and physically in the way you react or not react, how calm you are within chaotic situations, how calm you are when feeling overwhelmed or stressed or struggling with your to-do list. It is vital and important to adopt a daily breathing practice to better navigate your journey. And we want to remind you to begin to do so, as it will assist you and benefit you in all areas of your life. You will feel more courageous and more empowered and more in your heart space in the present moment. So this is just a tip for today, a message for anyone listening that is going through what you would call challenging times. Always come back to your breath. Breathe. Focus on your breath. Focus on your heart. Practice, practice, practice. As we said in the beginning of this message, it is not the norm for most of you. Most of you have, in fact, shallow breathed your entire life or mouth breathed. And it is now time to flip that, to change that, to transform it, and to realize that how it will, in fact, change your life. We hope that this message finds you when and exactly when you need it. We encourage you to take it slow and little by little, one step at a time, and just practice. You will see, dear ones, in less than a day, days, or a week, you will notice a much bigger difference as to how you are handling things, how you are interacting with others, and the less reactive and less overwhelmed you will, in fact, feel. We feel that this is a vital and important tool that so many of you can adopt and embody and infuse in your daily life to make navigating things with more ease and grace. And if you don't have the tools or know which is right for you, we recommend doing searches on what you call the internet or YouTube, or even checking out Daren and Luna's videos, as Daren has posted many videos to get started with your breath and breathing journey. We love you, we love you, and we love you. And with that, for now, we feel complete. And so it is.